Happy New Week, beautiful people. You're welcome to ABC Highlights. And as you already know, we give you the latest updates on all that is happening in the country. My name is Nana Kwame Brobe.
My name is Golda Abba. So, Nana, over the last year, our finance minister, Mr. Ken Ofori, has been in the news quite a lot. And for the most part, it is because of, us having, economic issues. So, some are complaining about the economy, some are questioning whether or not he should still be in his position. And I think he's had enough as a human being. We can share opinions, and I think he's heard quite a lot. So on 2nd June, that is Friday, he filed a writ in court against Blessed God's Brain Smart. We know him as Captain Smart, and this is all to a tune of 10 million Ghana cedis in damages for, libel. Anna, how do you think, this whole suit is going to go?
I mean, I can't say how it's going to go. I would be the judge to be able to say that. But I think it's just a very serious issue, not just for the case of slander and libel, but also when it looks like our press freedom is in question. Is there an attack on press freedom, or is this somebody trying to protect his reputation against lies and defamation? And what is the line? Which is a conversation journalists and everybody should be having. Yes, there is freedom of speech, but where do you draw the line between this being an opinion of yours and this being a clear attack on somebody's reputation?
Yeah, I think every profession has ethics, so we'd have to find out in court whether he breached those ethics or he did his job.
Definitely, definitely. So it's a developing story. We'll let you know when as it comes. But you do let us know in the comment section. Do you think there's a reach? Do you think there should be a line? When does one person cross their freedom into a complete crime? Let us know in the comment section. Move on to our next story, which is one that is shocking to say the least. So the government of Ghana has reviewed the funding grant for the school feeding program and has offered a 20% increment. So now each child is due 1 cedi 20%, which is a 20% increment from the before amount, which was each child being due 1 cedi.
1 cedi 20 pesos.
Yes.
I'm sorry, please let me get a bit of, clarification. When you say 1 cedi 20 pesos, do you mean I mean kind of fancy? A patch de afraba oko school the whole day, 1 cedi 20 pesos, no what to the banana day. Like, please explain. The whole day.
The whole day, each child is due 1 cedi 20 pesos. And what makes this almost ironic is the fact that the feeding caterers, the school feeding caterers of the school feeding program were demonstrating a while back asking for a 2 cedi increment. So at least every child will be due 3 cedis. Well, the government went back, assessed their capacity and what they can do, and said, listen, we have to do something. We have to give them something. And so 20% is quite enough.
What does 1 cedi 20 pesos buy for a child in a day?
It's so fun. Have you seen the Nigerian president-elect giving a speech and he was talking about money? So what is this for? Is it for a bar? What is this for? Because, is it for Gary?
Honestly, I'm wondering, Nana. I mean, that cannot even buy a bottle of water unless it can. So is it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Exactly, and that calls into question the quality of
the food. Yes, I would like to know what kind of food the kids are eating, because if it's 1 cedi 20 pesos, I don't really think the quality will be.
The quality will be nothing to write home about. But guys, let us know what you think. Do you think in the current state that the government is in, this is something to sort of applaud them for? Have they done something? Or you also think maybe they should go back to the drawing room, go back behind the closed doors? I always say that doors are so thick because if the closed doors behind everything is not so thick, why would you think?
I really would love to know what the people think.
Exactly.
I want to hear Ghanaians' opinions on the 20%.
Also, don't you think this is sort of like an evidence of how disassociated people in power are from the current realities of the living people?
I think that they
because we all know 1 cedi 20% cannot afford you anything on these streets.
Yes.
So let us know what you think in the comment section.
Now, today we're going a little bit church and tradition. So over the weekend, the elders of Mugubu have been very upset with the founder of Perez Chapel International, Pastor Charles Ajinasari, Why? He apparently said Dogogo is the headquarters of demons in the Volta region. And they didn't take kindly to what he said.
As they shouldn't.
So they said he should appear before them in 14 days. And today we heard he's declared a 1 week fast so that they can face the challenge head on. So, I mean, Ghana is not a
No, it is not. We are secular
Christian
state.
country. Majority of us are Christians, but it's a secular state because there are other traditions.
Yes.
As much as we may not understand or you may even agree with someone's faith, don't you think there's a way that maybe we should go about saying the things that we say? Because I think this has really upset them and they are not letting it go.
I think this goes beyond religion, even. It's a very tribalistic statement. I'm sorry. That's what it is. And it's just sad that somebody of that pedigree is fueling long held tribalism against people of the Everland. I mean, they have been going on about how they don't like the stereotype of people saying this and that about them when it comes to their spirituality. So for somebody who is the head of a mega church to say that is the headquarters of demons, it even sort of also trivializes their spirituality, even if it's traditional religion.
Well, I did read a statement where he said people are misconstruing what he said, and that is not what he meant. So I don't know if that was meant to be an apology.
Exactly.
So
if that's not what
he
you meant,
believes
what
he
do you
has
do?
apologized. So what is the need, to say that he should appear before you in 14 days?
I mean, if you claim you did not mean to say it that way or it's being misinterpreted, what do you do? Go to the person who's seemingly affected and tell them that is not what I meant. And also, I feel it's also a power play because to the religious fanatics, it looks like Christianity may be bowing down or sort of like obeying the whims of traditional religion, which is
I don't think that is what
also
people should be focusing on. I think
exactly.
it just focus on the fact that this is what you believe, this is what someone else believes. Let's respect each other, and unless there's a need for this, I don't.
Exactly.
Really.
Just talk to them, go to them, talk to them. And I'm still wondering what the prayer point to be for those that are fasting.
I mean, maybe God give him the grace to be able to weather this particular period. Maybe they should be able to, amicably settle whatever is happening.
Well, I hope the fasting pays off and the prayers all pay off.
I'm sure that it will.
Exactly. And moving on to our last story, which, oh my God, people. So I don't know if you guys will remember, but at Chumota Secondary School was in the news some time back when they admitted a Rastafarian, Tyrone Maguire, who, listen, became a big news in Ghana because they decided to not give him admission into the school after finding out that he's not going to cut his locks. The family took the case to court, and it's reportedly still in court. And the case seems to have died down.
Yeah, it's been a while since we heard about it.
Yes, so pictures started circulating of him partaking in the National Signs and Masquerades for the Achimota School.
Question. I know, we have a culture in Ghana. It has always been that way. Maybe not for people who are not Ghanaian, but for most Ghanaians, even male and female, when you're going to school, in senior high school, you cut your hair. That has been the norm. So I think this was a bit, should I say, challenging or difficult for them to accept. Ghanaians are conservative; they don't really like change that much. So it was a bit difficult for them to accept that a young Ghanaian boy has locks and doesn't want to cut it before he enters into high school. Now, if he's not good enough, to enter the school because of the locks, why is he good enough now to be on the National Science and Maths quiz team?
Exactly. And I feel like most of the arguments towards why high school kids should cut their hairs, they will not be able to focus and it will be a distraction. But clearly he's proven it wrong. Do you think it's going to, in any form, set a precedent for young girls?
I think that it will. I think that it will, because most young girls do not want to cut their hair. It is because that is the way things have been. But if, now a gentleman can keep their hair, the argument will be, why can I not, as a lady, keep my hair?
Sure. But then, as I said, it's still a very much, especially the fact that our high school is going to accept kids with hair, be it a woman or be it a child. Are they going to let people with hair, whether it's braided or just kept very bushy, allowed in school? Yeah, we hope it does. We hope it does
We do.
happen because it will be such a great improvement
It
in
will.
how we treat hair in this country.
It will. This has been ABC Highlights. My name is Golda Abadai.
And my name is Nana Kwame Brobe.
See you tomorrow.